The live is on or no?
Yes.
Is it on?
Yes.
So, my thing is, as it relates to therapy, I like to be transparent. I don't like to manipulate the narrative or, lie to people. I just like people to see the truth. Because I'm free. And my thought process in this moment, to be honest, is this shit is corny. Like where we're from, you don't go to court. You just have to sit down and talk. So, honestly, it's like, it's puzzling me that this is where we're at. To where, like, not only are people that I used at one time or another, and even maybe in a way still do, consider my brothers, but now we go into court instead of just talking. But when you hit me with a lawsuit, I got an answer. Like, it's what am I gonna do? But on some real man shit, I'm disappointed that the people that I respected as real men are carrying the situation as it relates to us to the way I consider what a real man's supposed to carry a thing. Like, it's just you talk to the man. You don't accuse him of doing things. And like for me, I equate things a certain way. So if you go into a court in the street, to me that's like you going to the police. You tell them. So that's why guys like me don't like to go to court. As much as I'm in court, because I'm a business, so I'm gonna be in court. Right. But I hate court. It's the last resort. Right. If I could, like as of yet, nothing's happened that I know of that, at least on a business level, you can't just holler at me. And we can talk about business.
What do you think is stopping those things from happening?
Well, I was puzzled because I'm like, I don't like your offer, so I'm gonna just sell it to somebody else. But I don't understand why that's such a big issue to the extent that you would say and know that I'm not doing something, but say it anyway. I've already said I'm not doing it, but you still doubling down. So, of course, that made me look under the hood. But when I looked under the hood, I'm like, this shit is crazy. So just because I'm the CEO of the company, because I'm a director of Rockefeller Inc., I gotta now protect the company.
Well, let's for the people who may not know, there's a difference here because we have a Rockefeller that everybody's known as far as affiliated with Def Jam, Universal, that whole thing. Yeah. Then you have the Rockefeller, which you're talking
That's
about.
Rockefeller LLC.
Okay.
So Rockefeller LLC was everything we did with Def Jam. Yeah. But very strategically, when I did the deals, right, as the CEO and the director, I would always make sure that was not in any deal because we had done that ourselves.
And this was with the reasonable doubt and priority and all that.
So reasonable doubt is owned. Jay as an artist signed all the rights to Rockefeller Inc. And I'm the acting CEO of Rockefeller Inc.
And director, right?
And director. So, it's a 25-year thing. It's not I ever thought, it's like whatever, homie wants to act a certain way. I ain't even gonna speak on it. Do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? But, it's 25 years later. It's like, all right, keep doing what you gotta do, but I'm ready to be out. And for some reason, and I really can't figure it out, they don't want me to sell my third. Like, I don't see what difference does it make if I'm owning a third or somebody else's. What difference does it make?
Right.
But they're really doing a lot. So, but I'm like, if there was something happening, just hit me and tell me to play. But, court is weird.
Right.
Like, I'm in the twilight zone. I watch your relationship with your family.
Yeah.
Your cousin, who I like, he's cool. So but could you imagine if you went to court against your cousin?
No.
Or your cousin hit you with a lawsuit?
No.
Like without not talking to you or nothing?
Nah, we did it.
You know, even if y'all had like a fight or a fall
Yeah,
out.
we was raised before, like even before that would hit the fan. There's a talk. There's a possible fade.
So can you place
like
yourself in my position right now?
Absolutely, I was
Can
gonna
you
ask you that.
understand the perspective, like how I'm looking at this, of how corny this is? Because I'm the guy that says this is what the other culture wants us to do.
Right.
They want us to fight each other, hurt each other, and protect them like they the plug. And we're doing it. The very thing I say not to do, I'm doing. I'm contradicting everything that I actually project. We should never be fighting each other. And now I'm fighting someone that I, at some point in time, and even still to this day on some levels, I consider a brother. That's corny.
No,
I'm a victim of the program.
Right.
The very person that's saying don't do it is doing it. It's crazy because a lot of times, remember I told you this before, when I see the imperfections in the culture and other people, I'm recognizing because these are the imperfections in myself. So whenever I'm giving advice to somebody, I look at, relatively speaking, exactly what I'm doing that may be exactly what I'm telling somebody not to do. I look for that. Me recognizing it is a flag that I might be doing. But it's so crazy how people that preach peace and this, that, and the third, but the minute it's an isolated individual situation, all of that shit goes out the window. I thought you was holy. I thought you was about black, but why you fighting somebody black? That's what I'm doing right now.
Right.
So I'm saying it now. Yo, holla at me. Let's not do what they want us to do. Let's not be their entertainment. But you ain't gonna just take advantage of me or wrong. You're not gonna call me a thief and
I completely understand that part. Absolutely. I mean, what do you think is hindering that from happening? Like, I mean, are you really?
It's a mystery to me, bro.
Through the last couple of years and the things you've been dealing with, is it really a surprise that they went to it right now to you? Right now,
at this point, it's not. But back then, I would never have thought this would happen. But the thing that I have to deal with is a lot of gray area. There's a lot of rumors out there about certain things. So that's always something that's on. You have to be like, this is some shit that's crazy, and you don't want to deal with that. That's why I tried to get as far away from it as I could. Like, yo, you got the block, have it all. Just leave me alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm over here, I'm happy, I'm doing my thing independent. I'm gonna let you live. You can project yourself as whatever you want. I'm not gonna interfere. I'm not even gonna hang on it, even if I know the truth, and even though things can be promoted that or not, I'm not even gonna get involved. Do you?
When was the last time that you had the type of communication that you would expect now? When was the last time that you actually sat and talked?
Well, the thing is, there was a time, like, even when people saying we would be, like,
because
if I needed tickets to something, I'd be like, yo, if my daughter or Rocky wants tickets,
yeah,
and he had the Live Nation Connect,
yeah,
I'd be like, yo, I need some tickets. They send it over. Anything I would ask him, Jay, he would respectfully. He was, our relationship.
Pictures.
Well, yeah, like it was like, yo, it was just a decision. Like we went different ways, but I'm just not a corny nigga like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you did what you did. You normal let it slide or whatever it is, whatever. I can't even pinpoint it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But either way, as men, there's a certain brotherhood that should always exist. And that brotherhood, no matter what, just because of where we're from, should always be respected. Even if this bullshit went another way, I'm still expecting a certain brotherhood to be respected. Which is why I never sued him. Because that's not the way we're supposed to be playing.
Right.
So I let everything slide. I am, because I'm not about that life.
Well, some of the things that you're talking about as far as letting things slide, recently you had made some headlines regarding a lawsuit from your end as far as having something to do with streaming. As an example of some of the things that you may have let slide or may have known. would you consider that one of those things? I mean, I'm not clear. You want to clarify what the suit was? Because I know they're
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Rockefeller Records owns Reasonable Doubt.
Right.
So if you go to a streaming service, it should say Rockefeller Records owns the copyright.
Right.
So if you look at certain other records, it might say Universal owns it.
Right.
Because they bought it.
Yeah.
You know, but there's certain things Homeboy might own, but this ain't one of them. Rockefeller Inc. owns it.
Yeah.
But if you go on a streaming service, it says Snot or whatever, distributed by whatever owns it. That's just simply not the case. And you know, they offered me the money because what happened was, you know, I was looking for accounting, but I always was like, how are they even doing all this shit? I'm the CEO. But I was like, let me see some accounting because they wanted to buy me out, so I wanted to see, well, how much is it making? And when I was looking at it, there was no revenue for streaming service represented. But for the last 3 years, that shit been...
Somebody's been getting paid.
S.Dot Carter's been getting paid. It hasn't, you know, at least that's what it appears.
Right.
So if there's something different, just explain it to me. But as the CEO and director of Rockefeller, I gotta go really protect Rockefeller. I have a fiduciary obligation to do that. In this moment, I'm just doing my job. You understand? Like, I never flexed, I'm the CEO. Because, again, they want whatever perception, but it doesn't mean that's really the case.
Right.
I'm still the boss.
Right.
Of that.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care what he the boss of over there, but again, but my thing is, take it, you know, when you have a lawsuit with somebody, you have to really hammer down and start to spend a lot of time looking at what's going on. That just feels whack. It's like I'm talking about another dude all day. It's just corny. Ew. This shit is corny.
I mean,
now this is prime time corny.
Yeah.
This is the exact opposite of who I am.
But I think beyond the corny aspect of it, just to keep it all the way a buck, is that, again, these are people that you yourself out of your own mouth have stated were your brothers. You know, these are people that were around your kids. I mean, it's all documented.
No, they still my brothers.
No, I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, like, even if you do some bullshit, like even if a nigga does the wrong moral shit, there's still a brotherhood, but you just don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
But on a, like, moral level, it'll be like, yo, I know your family, I'm never gonna do nothing with you. You know, I'm not gonna go there with you, I'm gonna just leave you alone.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna always, just as a human being, respect the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't respect the brotherhood, I'm not going to dim my light and not respect the brotherhood.
Right.
That's why I never ran into a court before for them. I would never do that to them. Like, before that, I would holler at them. And that's what's confusing to me.
Have you yourself tried to send a kite? Or...
Yeah, I sent mad kites. I sent kites from my crew to Best Out. They don't want to get involved. I sent kites like, yo, holler at me. Tell me what the play is. But what is this bullshit? I got other shit to do. Definitely I sent those kites like, yo, be a man and holler at me. We can speak in person. But instead you got some white man calling me a thief. That shit is just corny. We're doing exactly what they want us to do. Us fight each other while they watch for their fucking best interest. I know that's the play, and being the biggest advocate of not doing that, I'm doing it.
I mean,
it's a very manipulative thing. I'm just saying, here's my disclaimer. Yeah. I'm not down for this. Holler at me. We ain't supposed to be moving like this. We supposed to go to BBQs and talk this shit out, laugh, and you go about your business. We ain't gotta hang out. And that's that. That's the respect we're supposed to have for that brotherhood, the Rockefeller brotherhood. That everybody is like, because this is breaking niggas' hearts that love Rockefeller.
Yeah, that's
why I'm like, this is corny.
And that's why I know if it hits these people that don't know y'all, that have never been in the same room with y'all. I mean, because when I see the reactions, all I hear is, man, can y'all just talk? Man, this is crazy what's going on. I mean, these are the reactions that you're getting. I mean, a lot of the questions that you get, which is a lot of the times where I don't sit here and ask a lot of these questions. I know you hear them 1,000 times. What's the chances of you and Jay getting, back right? What are the
It's
chances?
not about back right.
You know?
It's just about dealing with this dumb shit right now.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking about nothing else but what I'm fighting right now.
Right.
So that shit is another
But
thing.
I'm saying the reason as far as why they're asking
If
that.
they listen, if they say I can dig it,
Yeah.
but you know what it is, bro. Niggas is see the one thing that's scary, and I always tell you this: people be lying on me. Even at this level, they accuse me of doing something they know I wasn't going to try to do. That's a lie. That's all I fear is the cheating. Everybody that tries to rob me with a lie. And what am I gonna do? I play fair. I'm not just because you lie on me, don't mean I'm a lie on you. I don't think that's like just because you cheat, it don't justify me too. That's just the cloth I'm cut from, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
but either way, let me say you this.
Yeah.
We're addressing that we in the ring.
Absolutely.
But don't think I don't get out the ring. I'm really having a great time every single day, playing with my little boy, loving my relationship with my wife, being creative. I'm just aggravated that I have to take time from playing with my son to deal with this bullshit. With niggas that I grew up with.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's the corniest shit in the world.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I know, I've seen you battle through a lot of different lawsuits. I mean, you know, we've seen multiple lawsuits come in. That's nothing.
Bro,
but that's why, the only reason why, you know, because I'm not really with the salacious interviews and the sensationalism. You already know how we get out as far as, you know, this therapy thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is, but the only reason why I'm asking you these questions regarding the situation is because of the emotional level that it has to hit you on. Because you had a lot invested in that. Not just what people have seen, but all the things behind it.
Did you ever had a block? You just walked away from it because it was hot, or you don't like who's on the block?
Yeah.
That's what this was. This block is too hot. And there's a lot of variables that I don't understand. There's a lot of gray areas. And where I'm from, the people that raised me, when there's gray areas, you out. It's not worth it.
Right. And you probably viewed it as best for your relationship with those people at the time.
It's just I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
I don't need this shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I got my own life. Hey, Cash, you can make me another drink? Right. Rock on.
Is that what played a part in you deciding to sell your interest in the Rockefeller?
You think I want to deal with this shit?
As opposed to what would it mean keeping you? I mean, just for what would it mean?
I ain't getting no money from it anyway. They cooking the books. And I'm the one that's supposed to be in charge. It's like I'm getting pumped somewhat kind of way. You know what I mean? Like, just because I'm not paying attention to it, it don't mean that you could just rob me. It's just, I'm really like, yo.
And you're not trying to get no low balls. No low ball.
I'm just, honestly, this was me like, yo, good. We have the memory. I just don't want to be a part of the business. Just because of the gray area. Those gray areas mean, yo, leave it alone. Know when to walk away. I walked away. And for some reason, people can't accept that. I just don't like those variables. And I'm being transparent.
Absolutely.
Like, it's, you know, I don't, everything that's going on in my life, since you met me, I've addressed publicly. So it ain't nothing different here. This is business as usual. Like, if you know me, you already know that. When I lost the baby, we did therapy that week.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I do therapy publicly about this?
I mean, therapeutically, I like that you were able to come and sit and say, hey, look, man, holler at me. I'm willing to talk. Because I feel like that takes a lot of the weight off your shoulders as far as, okay, well, I'm doing what I need to do to keep it 100.
Why would I change the way I do things because of somebody else? Every time I have a situation, you always holler as a friend.
Absolutely.
And you know that the conversation is going to be therapeutic. And you're like, you good, my nigga? And you say it just like that in the language I understand. And then we talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we say, you know what? It's time for a session. So, when I lost my child, we talked. When I got lawsuits with bum-ass niggas like Chris Brown, we talked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anything. we always have conversations about me. It's just, as a therapist, do you know anybody that has 24 hours, 12 months out the year? Do you ever know anyone that has this much war publicly?
Nah, not in front of everybody.
All day, like every day, you be like, yo, if you look at all out there, you be like, I mean, this week in the press.
Yeah, right.
And it's be about my life.
And it's so crazy because normally when I'm doing therapy with somebody, I don't necessarily do any research on them. I rely on what's bothering them and then for them to tell me. But because your life is so out there, I got to ask you about that stuff because I know it's either affecting you or it's not affecting you. But either way, it's important.
So as a therapist, how do you think I deal with those things?
Therapy.
But meaning like, every time these are happening, I still have the same demeanor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for when I lost the baby.
Yeah, which is completely understandable.
But like, I'm still having fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't fuck my day up. I address the triggers.
Yes.
I isolate them. And what I know that's important is that regardless of what, there's always a light in the dark. It's just your responsibility to find it. That's it. That's the challenge God put in front of us.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna present you the dark, turn it into light. And that's how I approach every situation. So at the end of the day, I'm doing an auction. I'm not quite sure what day it might be this week. Like, I'm just figuring out. And I'm selling my interest, my 1/3, just like the judge ruled that I could.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, bottom line is I wasn't trying to sell the whole thing. So yeah, that TRL stands. But within it, I can sell my 1/3. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it myself. If somebody want to buy it, they buy it. They don't. It's cool. We have another issue. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna play fair. I want everyone to really scrutinize and watch what's going on and make a very realistic, logical judgment, not based on emotion, and learn from it. But I would prefer that we just sit in the room for the culture, talk it out, so they can see this is how real niggas deal with shit.
Yeah.
They don't go to court. Real niggas don't go to court. I mean, they can sit down and talk.
Yeah.
So I ain't got no choice now. You sue me. So, I prefer to do it a different way. And I want that on the record.
Yeah, no,
and from my perspective, this shit is old. This shit corny. We could have dealt with it different. But I'm sick of this shit. I got other shit to do. So Biggs and Jay, holla at me. Let's just talk it out like men. But if you're going to continue to do this dumb shit, it's not going to, I'm not just having that. If I'm doing the right thing, I will fight for what I believe in.
Well, you talked about wanting people to learn from.
I want to lead by example.
So, from this situation and all the years that's gone into it up until now, people who study y'all and study what you've done, studying these movements, what should they learn from this process, this situation that's happening? What should they learn from that for people who are going into business with their friends or people they coming up with?
They're always going to make us fight each other for them. When we fight each other, it's always for them. And I bet you when this shit all unravels, we're fighting each other for them some way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. But I prefer to just say, yo, Biggs, yo, Jay, what the fuck is going on? Why are y'all so concerned about my 1/3? Why y'all suing me and now I got to sue you, and why you got the money going there? I just want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So I know how to move forward. Like if y'all really doing some dumb shit, I need to get away from that, but you're not fucking my money up. But I ain't gonna fuck your hustle up. But now it's like you making that, like if you really doing something you don't want nobody to know, this is not logical. Whoever's telling you and giving you advice, to me, is giving you the wrong advice. You might want to take the whip. Because these don't seem like billionaire moves to me.
I mean, it sounds like what you're saying to somebody who's watching y'all and studying y'all moves like they are, to just keep it a butt, keep the communication open.
Yeah, like why niggas can't just talk? Why you talking to some nigga named Shapiro or whatever that shit is?
Right.
Like when will we do that?
And the last question I got about that situation is, do you think this has any bearing on the legacy that y'all create? What is the effect of the legacy that y'all have left as far as Rockefeller?
Well, I think the legacy was compromised when we were divided. You know, when there were a lot of, again, cloudy areas. So that part of the legacy has definitely been compromised, the double nigger shit. You know, and that's what I was the most bothered about. Like, yo,
yeah, that's what it seemed like.
We were supposed to be known as the most 100 niggas, and we doing the most wackest shit ever. So we lost that. You know, they don't let Cash Money take that. You know, Baby caught that, or, you know, Wu-Tang, where people, well, you know, where people just stay strong. We didn't stay strong. We didn't stay a unit. We became the stereotypical black fight black and divide and conquer. Perfect example of it. It's crazy how conscious I am of it, and it still happens. You know what I mean? And that's what's crazy about life. But I recognize it. You know what I mean? You know, like what I understand about trauma is the most important thing about trauma is recognizing the trauma.
Absolutely.
So that you know what you need to fix. So I understand the things that I'm traumatized about because I know what I've been preaching, and damn near everything I preach, I actually become the victim of. And I think that's a test to see how I'm gonna deal with it. So again, if I'm saying black people and culturally we shouldn't fight, then in this moment, I'm saying it right now. Jay and Biggs and Dame Dash should not be fighting. We're supposed to be working that out, and the culture should be seeing how black strong men, bosses work shit out. But two people fighting each other is not a boss move, because fighting is not good for business. Emotion is not good for business.
It's not good for the block. So
you're making the block hot.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy that's not doing nothing. But there's some gray areas here. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think y'all still got the opportunity to hopefully, reach that point.
I'm saying it, bro. It don't mean we gotta hang out.
Yeah.
We got business to deal with. Let's just be men and not emotional and deal with it.
At the end of the day, it's
But I'm sick of this shit. Like, we just right now clickbait.
Yeah.
But
at the end of
when you fight me, I gotta fight back. I'm just telling you that. Period.
Hey, you know what? That's brothers. Brothers gonna do that anyway. So, blessings to that. I hope it works out the way you want it to. You know what I'm saying? As far as that side of it goes, the business gonna be the business.
I just hate being corny, man. And now I'm in a corny situation.
Yeah. Especially because I know you still love the rock. I know it's still the rock too, bro. I know you don't just drop something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but all right. Anything else you wanted to talk about as far as, wifey, things you got going on? I know you got the reality show.
I'm loving the fact that people are really receiving the show we're shooting. Because again, you saw I had a problem with E1. I got a problem with the Weed Channel about the way they portray our culture.
Yeah.
Then I ain't gonna let them portray our culture. I'm gonna portray our culture. And because I'm in a functional, happy relationship, I think that should be showcased.
Absolutely.
I think we should learn. I think, clickbait shouldn't only be dumb shit. That's just for dumb people. I think smart shit should be clickbait. Evolution should be clickbait. I think showcasing what a healthy relationship from the hip-hop culture really looks like. What happily ever after looks like. Like when you know a dream, when you even fight for a dream, and you was right there for it. When you get it, appreciating it and marinating it. What a relationship looks like. How cool it is to be a dad. How cool it is to be a husband. How cool it is to be a wife. How cool it is to be prepared. How cool it is to affiliate yourself with the right people. Like the commission. The shit we do. How cool it is to recognize your trauma. And recognize, how important economic empowerment and understanding how to pass laws and understanding history and realizing curriculum that's for the future and not the past. And us as a culture helping us, not looking for nobody else. They need to see what strong black people look like, not dysfunctional. You know, nobody has a perfect life.
Yeah, I was gonna say that even when it is dysfunctional, I think, you know, with all
how you deal with it, like if you look at my Instagram right now, word up, today I straight up walked into a wall. And it's very rare I do something uncool, but I thought that shit was hilarious.
It was.
And I'm able to laugh at that. Because I'm so secure. I don't give a fuck. I laugh at other people, so I gotta be able to laugh.
And he really walked into a wall.
I'm like, I got a bump on my head right now. That shit hurt.
Yeah.
But, you know, things happen.
You played it off like it seemed.
I ain't play it off. I just was like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm high. I got on shades. And that shit was a trap.
And y'all will be seeing that shortly.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But my point is, nigga, if I could tease myself, don't get mad when I tease you.
It's one.
It's crazy. The people I know that give the most, you know, they snap, they the ones that get the most offended when they get snapped on. Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got snapped, you snapped.
I got this issue right now.
You know me, I'm a therapist. You bring it up, I'm gonna dig deep.
I know, that's good. We'll dig deep later on that one. I was just a little there for him. But anyway, so, you know, again, don't ever think because when I'm in the ring, I'm fighting. When I go home, I'm not happy. That's why I'm in the ring, so that I'm happy when I go home. So what I'm mad about, why would you want to fuck my money up? Because you know what, my money gonna go to my family. It go to my friends, the people that deserve it. So if you notice, a lot of people be aggravated because they know when I'm up, the hood is up. The real niggas is up. Because if my block clicking, if you a real nigga, if you about that action, I'm gonna let you click on my block if you got that work. So you fucking not only my money up, fucking everybody money up that deserves to get a shot. Because everyone like me is up when I'm up. If you cut from my cloth, you up.
When can we expect for the reality show to air? Like, or when, you know, when is it gonna air?
It got edited. So I was thinking about 3 weeks. No, 3 months.
And I know it's gonna be on the on Dame Dash Studios and the Dame Dash Network, but
it can be on other outlets. They just got paid.
I heard you had some meetings about syndication and things like that.
Yeah, we doing that.
Yeah,
it's going down. It's going down. And also, I'm about to say right now, I'm about to go back on lockdown.
Yeah,
you know, because I'm watching this. They saying that this shit we were talking about, you actually brought to our attention. This new strand, you can catch the shit even if you got vaccinated. So until they understand that, back on lockdown. Fuck all that. I'm not waiting for somebody to tell me what to do. First it's the mask, then it's lockdown. I'm out. I'm not waiting for niggas to get sick or for me to get sick to fucking lock down. I'm locking down. That's just me. I like to be prepared. I play chess, not checkers. And I don't wait to be told what to do.
That's right.
So I just want to throw that in there. Be careful. Put your mask on. If it's not necessary in this moment, don't get too relaxed. Don't go out. Holler.
Y'all want to thank y'all for watching the Dame Dash sessions. And we'll be at y'all again. Mask up. Be careful. Stay safe. And think about each other. Mask up.
Holler.
100.
Alright, Billy Pablo, let's rock out. Therapy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, make sure that gets up. One day.